set. We're riding on the internet, cyberspace set free. Hello, virtual reality.
Interactive appetite, searching for a website, a window to the world, got to get online.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
Let's start with the basics first. There are 3 important services you can access on the internet. Surfing the World Wide Web.
Surfing? That sounds pretty cool already.
Andrew, don't interrupt. Go on, Peter.
Then there are news groups to share information with people, and then there's email.
Email? I heard that's really neat. My cousin has a pen pal in Sweden, and they write back and forth, and it transmits right away and doesn't cost anything.
Yeah, you can even talk with people all over the world on chat lines.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get with this. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
It's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, you laugh.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. Episode 699.
Fuck it.
Today we have
Do it live.
Ethan Ralph for the first time ever, and Vaush. Welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks. Am I unmuted? Am I here?
Yes, yeah, you are here. You are now here.
Everybody's got a live mic.
Here. I'm very grounded in this moment.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I thought that this would be an amazing opportunity. We love to bring on 2 people that we think probably won't agree on anything and just have them talk. Can we find one thing you guys agree on first, though? What's something you share between the two of you?
It's fun. I was saying this in my chat right before you guys called, but I think Ethan and I can agree. We both like white men. I like a lot of people other than white men, but I think we, if nothing else, our Venn diagrams overlap at that point.
I'm a white man.
I mean, no, go ahead.
You like me? I'm a white man. Start with me.
Yeah, I love you. I'm like JLP. I have only love in my heart for all things in this universe.
White men, I prefer white women, although brown women are not that bad either. I just got divorced from one, but other than that, they're pretty good. So,
wait, you got divorced?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm actually genuinely sorry to hear that.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you,
Are you
sir.
on the prowl now? You looking for some new?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm single, yeah, if that's what you're asking, yeah.
Is okay. I've been wondering this. So Vaush, is Ralph one of the people? Because I hear you call a lot of people Nazis. Is Ralph a Nazi?
Nazis, 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 Nazi, Nazi, Nazis, Nazi, Nazi, Nazis, Nazi, Nazis, fascist, fascist, Nazis, Nazi, fascist, fascism, Nazism, Nazis, Nazism, Nazi, Nazis, 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 Nazi, Nazi, fascism, a Nazi or fascist Nazi.
In your
pretty sure Ralph is a Nazi. I don't know if he would agree with that characterization, but.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't agree with that. I would call you a political terrorist, actually, since you just advocated political violence a few days ago in your stream there. So if I'm a Nazi, you're a terrorist. So
what was your political violence, Vaush?
Wait, I don't know. Wait, what was my political violence?
I mean, you flat out said you endorsed political violence.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like, so what's a case? What's a case where you would think political violence was cool?
Well, you know me, I'm very patriotic. I think that when the United States of America saw fit to expel itself from the domain of the tyrannical English king, that act of violence, I think, Boston Tea Party and onward, phenomenal. I think most of us can agree, as good red-blooded Americans, that was pretty based, actually.
Yeah, I think you mentioned killing police officers as well in your thing in Minecraft, of course. But I only take drunken swings at police officers. I don't advocate killing them. Would you defend killing police officers, or would you rather not do that? I don't know.
We can start at the basics. What if a police officer is unjustly outside of the law attacking you or your family, or trying to, I don't know, rape your wife or something? Do you have a legal?
Well, I mean, if they're gonna, okay, that's
there's a justification. For sure.
So kill all people, right? We're not just choosing one type of person to kill. Anybody who deserves
that's the
it.
funny thing, right? If you say kill all women or kill all black people, you get in trouble. Everyone loses their mind. But if you say you want to kill all humans, nobody seems to mind that much. Maybe omnicidal terrorism is the only way forward.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
I always denounce political violence or violence of any kind. That's kind of a kill stream standard there. But, you know, I'm not as woke as Vaush, I guess, on that.
Well, the feds will never come after you for saying you want all people dead. You know, they'll just write you off like a, you know, like a goth type or something. It's fantastic, sort of plausible deniability.
I see.
What the limits are to political violence. Like, if I don't like a candidate, can I just kill them so there's no
You can't do that.
danger of them?
I don't think anybody would agree that
Okay.
you can't kill somebody because you don't like them.
Vaush?
It's a complicated question. It's a complicated question. So here's the real thing, okay? See, I'm not a liberal. There are some aspects of the Enlightenment I like very much, democracy, freedom, great stuff. But there's an element of supposed civility in the political space that I don't like very much. Say, for example, you've got a political candidate, okay? And we'll simplify the system. They're on their way to becoming president, prime minister, whatever. And you know that when they take office, they are going to implement a series of economic policies that will lead to the starvation of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. As far as I'm concerned, maybe not everyone would agree, the law certainly wouldn't, that person's essentially preparing to commit a murder, except on a much grander scale. We often have a bad habit of letting horrible things take place because they're insulated behind the abstraction of bureaucracy and electoral politics. But that person's still responsible for many, many people dying in this very hypothetical and simplified scenario.
Now, are you in favor of killing Joe Biden for murdering the Bernie Sanders campaign?
I would never deprive Joe Biden's dementia of the honor of killing him. No.
Yeah, what if we just want him to get coronavirus instead, you know?
Oh, there are a lot of lefties out there who are saying, that it's your moral obligation to go run around at a Walmart licking, hand railings and then run around like a gated community and start ding dong ditching, Now, am I saying this? Of course not. Political violence, very shady stuff, but it is on people's minds.
I don't know. I don't really see myself as that extreme, to be honest with you. I'm just a talk show host, your neighborhood-friendly talk show host. That's what I do. So.
Do you not share the political opinions of some of the people who co-host with you, or you just sort of arbitrate?
I mean, I defend my own statements and my own opinions, but as far as co-hosts or guests, no. They're up to them to defend their own statements.
Okay. Do you we can litmus test this. Like,
yes, please.
Have an issue with this country being of any particular racial flavor? It doesn't really matter how the demographics pan out.
I think the country functions better as a majority white country. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And do you think there is perchance a possibility of an international cabal of people of a particular religious or ethnic or cultural disposition who are working to oppose your interests in promoting, the white majority America?
I mean, are you talking, what is this, a Jewish thing?
Yeah, it's a Jewish.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't believe in an international worldwide Jewish conspiracy, if that's what you're asking. I do think the Israeli state, AIPAC, actors like that have an outsized influence on our politics, on our foreign policy, and I don't think it's anti-Semitic to call that out. And I feel many of your viewers, many of your leftist compadres would agree with that. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, nobody outside of the centrist liberal spectrum likes Israel, and it's a pretty shitty state. I don't think that Israel controls the U.S. or anything. I think that there's a pretty strong strategic alliance between certain people in our country and the state of Israel, but it's mostly a military and a religious thing, not so much like an anti-white thing. I grew up around a lot of Jews. Beverly Hills, Hollywood. I mean, God, all of them.
Wait, you grew up in Beverly Hills? That's not just a meme. That's
the meme streets.
Yeah, I grew up not mind you, because there is a big difference. There's some ultra wealthy the Hills section, and that's all every house is 10 million. Whereas I grew up in the more middle class.
The poor part of Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Well, there is a difference, but It is a very privileged upbringing, and I grew up around a ton of Jews, and most of them weren't Zionists at all because they are diaspora from Iran after the revolution. So they didn't really have like strong conservative Israeli leanings. They were, pretty left leaning actually. So when people mix these two things up, it bothers me a little bit.
I'll get to Beverly Hills someday. I don't know. We'll see. I'm from.
It's nice. There's no
it's not bad. Beverly Hills is chill.
Closest I ever got was the Beverly Hillbillies, which is appropriate for me, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, well, they filmed at a different school. Having gone to Beverly High, let me tell you, it doesn't look like that. All right. I went to Tokyo when I was younger, and I think by it far and away, I mean, this was like up there in terms of the lived experiences that I got to truly appreciate while I was over there. Everything's just fucking bidets everywhere at all times. One of the greatest threats to human happiness, the poop ass, was just solved with a little water jet. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it power washes your butt. The Japanese ones do. The ones in Europe are just like baths for your butt.
The European ones are a little behind. Japanese, like, let's do this, but with technology behind it.
The Japanese ones play music so people don't hear your tinkle and everything.
I wonder if you can get like a pocket bidet, like a little like lightsaber looking thing or something that just squirts so you can have a carry and go. Maybe like a little sonic screwdriver looking thing that sprays up your asshole when you're, I don't know, camping. You don't have access.
Pocket bidet.
A little pocket bidet. That's what they
You just mount it on the inside of your jeans, so when you pull up, you don't even need to bother. You just pull up, that you activate it, just to spray down the thigh.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good to go.
That's what
for the man on the go.
A little bidet drone that just floats down there, stares at the brown eye, and squirts. That's not bad.
Really, poop ass is catching on in my chat here. I never heard it put quite so succinctly there. Poop ass.
We need to live in a post poop ass world.
Unquestionably. I think this should be this is one of the reasons why I'm a Bernie Sanders fan. If you look, this is part of the Medicare for All coverage that he proposes. It's one of the policies.
No more poop ass?
Yeah, no more poop ass, yeah. I don't know about any 9-year-old trans people, but I hope they're getting along okay.
Yeah, I don't know any 9-year-old trans people.
I hang out with a lot of 9-year-olds. I don't think that any of them are ready to transition. And I've asked. I'm like, look, little kid, do you want to cut it off?
How many of them? Here's the real question, though. How many of them were ready to have the tremendous burden of the gender associated with their birth sex being placed on them at a young, ripe 9 years old? Not many, I would imagine. So hard does this burden weigh upon us. It is the source of stress for almost every person through their adolescent years.
That's why
whether you're trans or cis.
Yeah. Every little kid should be overfed so their gender like melds into their fat rolls. They won't really know what they are until they're able to shed the weight as an adult. That's how I was. Everybody thought I was a cute little girl growing up. And then when they knew I wasn't a girl because I smelled like a boy, they'd be like, oh, look at that fat boy. I never had the opportunity of being gendered either way because I was uno gender. I was so fat that I lost my gender in my gunt. Or my
ideally, we are all just born into chrysalis chambers that we emerge from as adults. I think we can all agree that would probably be the best way moving forward. CRISPR gene editing, please save us from our nightmarish meat bodies.
You know, Ralph. Since I have you here, I wanted to ask you why did Nick Fuentes and JF turn against each other? Didn't they used to get along?
Well, I mean, I guess that is my beat. I mean, if you're asking me, I'm not a big fan of JF. Of course, I was at AFPAC and stuff in Washington. That's public knowledge. But and Fuentes has been on the show. I consider him a friend or whatever. But JF just seemed kind of salty that Fuentes stopped having him, appearing on his show and having JF on. And I guess there was some stuff in, I don't know if it was summer 2018 or maybe 2019, where Fuentes kind of went at Wignats, quote unquote. And I think JF just kind of took up the opposite position. But JF's a piece of shit, and he should probably be in prison, to be honest with you.
He actually got his start on this show back in the day.
Burning the bridges. What did JF do? I know, but what what umbrage do you take?
Well, I mean, he likes to fuck retards. I mean, it would be one thing, people who can't really even consent to sexual relations properly, if you'd ask me.
One of them legally couldn't consent. The one of them we know of was
only one.
We're not sure if these other ones can or cannot consent yet. They haven't taken it to court.
Yeah, I'm not a big JF advocate. If you've seen the show, so yeah.
I will admit his fascination with going after women who are in some way developmentally compromised is extremely interesting and very Freudian. He's quite an intelligent guy, is he not? I mean, he's more educated than I am. If we're just going by degrees, I wonder how often he turns that education inward and reflects.
Well, he didn't seem too smart the other day when he sat down with CBS and that video came out a couple days ago. I wouldn't consider that a big brain maneuver.
I wanted to get Nick to come on here and talk to Vaush, but he blocked me on Twitter, so I can't ask him.
Yeah, I tried to set up a Vaush versus Vaush. Vaush, I don't know, whatever. I'm sorry. Ian is what I was told to call you, but that's Vaush didn't want to do it, so that was the thing. Even though he's a prolific kill stream guest, and he's been on my show and he loved it. He said he loved the kill stream, and then he literally told me, "Oh, I don't want to lend legitimacy to your show." It's like, okay, well, you've already been on the show, so I mean.
So the concern for me is there are two simultaneous concerns. At one point, Nick, very smart kid, I don't know, definitely very talented rhetorician, but like all people of his political flavor, fucking idiot when it comes to actually prescriptively, advertising solutions to the problems of our world. It's all rhetoric, it's all gotchas, it's all mean, spirited comments, which I love, mind you, but the 2 hours of that, I mean, God, I said I'd debate him if he came up with a topic, position he would actually have to defend, in a position that I could attack, or vice versa. I don't really care. But as for the kill stream thing, I mean, to be fair, in spite of however you describe yourself, it's a Nazi stream. And at this point,
wait a minute. Wait. No, it's not a Nazi stream.
Sorry, in my opinion, and I'm sorry, I apologize.
Why do you say that? I guess.
Well, both of your co-hosts. So, letting aside your political positions, I know Flamenco's a Nazi because I've talked with him. And I know Rand is a Nazi because he called me like a faggot Jew. And amongst other things, while I was talking to him. And I know the audience is Nazis because I've seen the chat scroll through and I know what they find funny. So whatever your disposition, and again, not insulting you or anything, but we obviously disagree in a lot. So I thought, hey, I mean, me and Nick Fuentes on the kill stream probably get you guys a lot of views. Morally, like, how do I feel about bolstering, your viewership in that way, now that I have a decent audience myself? And it's something that I have to take into consideration. He, by the way, did not accept any invitation to debate me on an actual topic.
No, I think he called you a pedo.
Me a pedo. Yeah. He just wanted to come in with like the thesaurus, and he called me like a pedo or something, which I admit is fun. But if I'm going to talk with him, I want to talk about an issue.
I mean, it's a comedy show. We make fun of everybody, including myself, mostly myself, actually, on the show. And to say it's a Nazi, I mean, that's just throwing shit out. I mean, I could say you're a horsecock enthusiast. I mean, that's just throwing stuff out there, right? I mean, actually, with you, I mean, there's documented evidence about that. But
yeah, there is, and there's a documented evidence of Nazi stream. I'll own it. I'll stand by my.
What turns you on about horsecock exactly?
Enthusiasms, I'm proud to be who I am. I'm a proud white man, and I.
What does that have to do with horsecock? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, let's talk more about this horsecock.
Horsecock. Yeah, we're really cooking now.
Yeah. So the only real component of attractiveness. I'm so sorry. This is very problematic for me to say.
It's not that bad.
Penis size. That's basically it.
Yeah,
yeah, but I don't
dongs?
You're a small dick king. I mean, you're still a king. But I am a massive size queen. Horse got big dicks, Just that's it. It's simple. It's simple as day,
Is this like really how you feel, or is this a bit?
It's getting dark now.
It's not a bit. I mean, it's a bit like the way where I'll like be scrolling through like my Reddit like porn feed, and I'll see like a drawing of a pretty lady with like a horse dick, and I'll say that's pretty hot, and then I'll keep scrolling.
Okay.
I don't know if I've molested any horses in my lifetime.
No, because it was legal. It was legal in Washington State to have sex with horses up until a guy died from having sex with horses like 10 years ago. They cut that out like a decade ago. Because he overdosed on the D. Like, it ruined it for all the other horse bangers. So I'm not one of them.
Talk with any community of subs, and all of them will say, you know what they want to do? They want to die from dick. They want to be killed by it. So clearly, one person flew too close to the sun, and their fun, ended up ruining it for everyone else. And I think we can look.
Thick
Wait
dick
a minute,
Icarus.
what is going on here? Wait, you're actually owning the horsecock thing, right? Like, I'm just asking. Like, I just want this clarified that you're owning that right now, right? Or
what? Like, not actually engaging in zoophilia, but like the aesthetics of a horse stick, like if a human had one. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I mean, who here amongst us is not like a base transhumanist who doesn't want to fuck some variant of metahuman? That's one form. I'm sure.
I'd fuck a centaur, like a centaur woman.
Funny.
Are there centaur women?
I don't think so.
There could be, right? I'd fuck a dragon woman, like an actual dragon with tits.
Exactly.
I would do it. I don't care. Fucking alien.
I don't spend that much time thinking about this.
I just don't have to spend much time. The idea comes in your head.
No.
Would you fuck Lola Bunny from Space Jam?
I've never seen Space
No.
Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam, the girl from Space Jam.
Rabbit. Only when Jess Southern is dressed up as her. That's the only time.
You know what?
Ralph.
I mean,
I came prepared to this conversation.
Did you? Well, why don't you bring
I am
something then?
prepared to offer you $100 if you will stop being a Nazi forever.
I mean, I've never been a Nazi, so you can just pay me here on D Live, I guess, if you want. I really, honestly, I joke and I laugh, but it's honestly absurd to call me a Nazi. And I don't see any validity in that claim whatsoever.
Wait, do you actually believe that, or is this performative?
No, I actually believe that.
Oh, okay.
So tell me why I am. I mean, I don't think you can, but go ahead and try something.
Well, it's a common. I mean, there are sayings of this in multiple languages, but usually the one we tend to go with is, what do you call an ally to a Nazi? A Nazi? Usually proximity is one of the good. In the same way, mind you, that if I never said, hey, I'm a socialist, but I did nothing but hang out with socialists, use socialist rhetoric, appeal to socialist audiences, I think it'd be fair to call me one. But we can never really know what's going on in somebody's head. We can only inductively reason, right? I mean, I don't really know. For all I know, you're a fucking lefty, and this is all the most elaborate, long-term ploy you've yet unleashed in the world. But statistically speaking, that's probably not.
So you know what I am? I'm a guy who talks shit on the internet, and I host a comedy podcast, and I mean, that's it basically. And you sit here and talk about, oh, he's a Nazi. Okay, well, I mean, I can say a lot of things about you as well, but
is there a disagreement?
But what I'm saying is, you've been on my show, Destiny, your favorite buddy. Actually, I like Destiny. I'll say that publicly. He's easy to deal with. He's a good guy.
You don't even like me. Been on. You've actually been one of the most civil moderators and hosts I've ever.
Well, I take pride in that. Like literally, take pride in. Maybe the audience doesn't like this person. Maybe, they're completely out of step with the normal tone or whatever. And yeah, I try to treat everybody fairly on the show. And I think I do a pretty good job of that, to be honest with you. But all kinds of people have been on this show. You want to cite Richard Spencer, you want to cite, your whatever, people you want to call Nazis. But you've been on the show. Destiny's been on the show. Christy Winters has been on the show. Kevin Logan's been on the show. Black Israelites have been on the show. Furries have been on the show. Literally, I will have anybody on this program, and that's the Kill Stream way. And so for you to sit here and say, oh, well, so-and-so said this and that, and try to paint me as a Nazi is ridiculous when I don't live my life that way. So it's stupid.
Okay, I mean, I'm not using it as an insult or anything. The fact that you bring people of all political dispositions on your show doesn't really change the fact that your audience is predominantly leaning towards, if not open Nazism, then at the very least flirting with the idea. And both of your co-hosts have directly admitted to me that they are, Nazis, or at least expressed every political idea of a Nazi.
Hold on.
But this is the problem that I have. This is always like a moral assessment to people. And obviously, when I hear Nazi, think it's a bad thing. But if we could just, sit down and acknowledge, okay, well, what are my positions? What do I do? Well, like, what do I do, Vaush? Like, regardless of what I say, the rhetoric I push, the audience I cultivate, it leans a pretty distinct way. What about the kill stream? Well, I mean, it leans a pretty distinct way as well. And I don't think you can hide the obvious political leanings
What are the
of your show
characteristics
by
of a
saying
Nazi
it's
that make you?
No, I just want to say this, and I'm sorry. I know I'm used to being the host
Cool.
on the show, and I apologize.
No, you're good.
But you know, you're talking about the audience. I mean, I can't control what people think in the audience. I know that I host a comedy podcast, and if the audience thinks one way, that's fine. But guess what? There are a lot of liberals and progressives who actually watch the kill stream every single night, and they message me and they say, you know what? I'm a progressive. I like the kill stream because it's funny, and you guys talk shit about everybody, and it brightens my day. I've literally had message after message after about that, and so the idea that it's just a bunch of Nazis watching the kill stream, that's not true.
All right. I mean, I could like take a look at your chat.
What are the
and
Vaush?
now-
What are the characteristics of a Nazi that you would attribute to Ralph and his audience?
Excellent question. Well, again, I don't know what's going on in Ralph's head. Usually he just takes the host position. It's more the fact that he enables Nazism that sort of lends it to that assessment.
So does CNN. They had Richard Spencer. They had David Duke. They had all these people.
Wait.
So you're talking about, so what is CNN? Are they Nazis too?
I'm first to criticize CNN for their poor handling of having Richard Spencer on. I think that a lot of people were upset with how that was handled. But let's not be disingenuous here. If you sincerely believe that a news report having amongst the thousands and thousands of shows that they've done, occasionally far-right figures on, is in any way comparable to the audience you've cultivated in your community, I mean, come on.
Guess what? You're a fucking terrorist. You advocated political violence just a few days ago. So you sit here and talk about Nazis.
To what I said.
Yeah, it is. It actually is. So you're
People
talking about
are
Nazis.
posting
You're an
Nazi
actual
stickers
fucking
to
terrorist
live
advocate,
right
and you're sitting here on this show.
Why
a lot
are
of
you-
people
wait,
would
why are
say
you
just
so
by platforming
defensive?
you because it's annoying and it's a bullshit line.
Wait,
That's
why
why
are people posting so many Nazi stickers in your chat? I don't see any
I
progressive.
don't know. Well, I don't know.
Is
What
that
the fuck?
Onision
There's no
on the
Nazi
horse?
stickers in the chat.
I think it's you getting fucked to death by a horse.
That's cool. Thanks,
Why would
guys.
you do that?
Thanks for the fan art, guys.
I think Teddy
Why are there
Rumpskin did
so
that.
many? There are so many unflattering depiction of Jews and black people in this sticker.
I'm not a
section.
Jew or black. That's me.
Wait a minute. You just called the whole state of Missouri low IQ black voters a few days ago, literally minutes after you advocated for political violence. So you want to talk about Nazis? You want to talk about this and that,
Why
try
are
to
you
smear me?
deflecting?
You're a fucking terrorist.
I'm not
and you
even giving
and
you
you
any
fucking
hard
are
gotchas
racist too, to be quite honest with you.
I'm not even giving you any hard gotchas here. I'm just like, hey, here's your chat. You know, here's what's going on in it.
Yeah, what about what you said about black people a few days ago, like low IQ voters? What do you say about that?
I'm fucking your mom, and I'm just saying like basic factual statements about your general community and the way
What's
it's
factual? I mean, you call me a Nazi literally at the start of the stream,
I would
and
get
now you're trying to call
defensive
me a
of that,
Nazi
too.
stream, and that's just not
I don't really
accurate.
know what's going on
But you
with
feel
something
free to shit all over black people because they don't, vote for your Lord and Savior Bernie Sanders, and it's all cool for you to be racist and you to joke, oh, maybe I'm being a little racist. Yeah, it's cool for you. It's cool for you to make those jokes. But when I make those jokes, I'm a fucking Nazi. You're full of shit.
Wait, Ethan, do you know what a pivot is?
I know what the word pivot means, if that's what you're asking.
So when I'm mentioning one thing and then you respond by mentioning something else in an attempt to accuse me of
But yeah, because
hypocrisy.
you're full of shit. You're full of shit. Like, I mean,
I've noticed this with conservative
you
figures.
can mention Nazis all you want, and I can call you a racist while
Do
you're
you
making
mind
fun of
me?
black
Do you
people.
mind me calling you conservative? Is that an assessment of your character that triggers
No,
you?
it's not actually.
Okay. Well, I don't know because listen. I'm very concerned with how you feel at any given point in time. So I'm just making sure. So this is a thing I've noticed with conservative-leaning people. It's that when they don't like actually engaging with arguments, they'll usually invent positions that their opponent holds in an attempt to accuse them of hypocrisy as a way of actually removing the responsibility for acknowledging an argument. So what I did was I said, hey, you've said you have a diverse community, but your community's shitposting a lot of Nazi stuff, and you said that I'm a hypocrite because I am also racist, I guess, and that means I'm a hypocrite for saying you're a Nazi. But that doesn't actually respond to what I'm saying, and it's a mischaracterization of my position.
So all I know is I saw you on stream the other day, and you were talking about low. You said,
time.
"What is Missouri?" Oh, it's just a bunch of black voters, low IQ. That's literally what you fucking said, and that was like a minute after you advocated political violence. If I had said those things, if I had advocated for those things, you know, it would be a different story. But somehow you get away with it, and it's horseshit.
Wait, are you
to
wait,
use your
you,
favorite
wait, is this
animal there?
jealousy?
It's horseshit. Yeah.
Wait, is this jealousy?
I mean, it's
if you're
it's
asking, wait, I can
you're going to call everybody else Nazis while you shit all over black people and
is that I
talk about political violence. You're the fucking Nazi if you want to know the truth about it.
Okay, gotcha. If you're, I don't know if you're upset like at different levels of charitability. I can make edgy jokes because my whole platform is based on pushing progressive.
Because you sucked a dick one time. Is that why? Is that why you can say that and I can't?
We do know it's one time, right? That's official tonight.
If you got more dicks in your mouth, Ralph, maybe you'd be able to make these jokes without people calling you a Nazi. But sadly,
I won't suck a dick. I mean, I guess that's the difference between me and you. I won't suck a dick and you will.
Yeah, I'm a centrist because I haven't sucked a dick as an adult.
So I get to make a lot of edgy jokes because I get to temper them broadly with the fact that all the politics I advocate for are progressive, because I care about the outcome of one's actions. An edgy joke on its own, not really a big deal, you know? It's the outcome. So if you make an edgy joke from my position, you know, maybe someone gets like upset or hurt, not really motivating like violence or alt-right tendencies or making people bigots. But if you make an edgy joke, I don't know actually what edgy jokes you make. I don't really like watch the kill stream.
A lot of them. Yeah, I make a lot of them.
But when you do it, you have the potential of radicalizing or instilling problematic, we can use that word if you want, ideas in the people.
So advocating for killing cops and advocating for political violence, that's not radical. Is that what you're telling me right now?
I don't know what you mean when you talk about political violence, because I might literally
you don't know what I mean. You literally advocated and said, I'm in favor of political violence, and then you came on this show and gave a long-winded definition about why it's acceptable and when it's acceptable. You're a fucking terrorist. Like, I mean, I'm just dead serious.
It's just confusing to me because in my initial description of political violence, I explained how everyone kowtows to it to some extent or another, and how political violence is just a matter of fact and living in a state. So when you say I'm pro-political violence, this to me sounds like somebody is saying I am pro-road.
I didn't say that. That's you.
Okay. Then when I say I'm pro-political violence, it's like me saying I'm pro-roads or pro-taxes or pro some other.
That's just like building a road. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, actually, not really, because political violence has been a part of state infrastructure long before roads were ever laid in this country. So, yeah, I'd say that political violence it's like a foundation of building a state, you know? The roads are the physical foundation, and the political violence is the ideological foundation.
So the thing is, if I said the thing,
by the way, basic political theory.
First off, I got a political science degree. You can't tell me shit. But the thing about it is, you know what? Yeah, you're not big brained. You're just a person. And so, you know, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is, if I had said the things you said, I would be kicked off every platform imaginable. And you're still sitting here on YouTube. You're still sitting there with your super chats, and you should be banned from YouTube by their own standards because you've advocated for political violence just a few days ago.
Wait, is that?
I remember
to acknowledge that political violence is just a fact of the system is not a bannable offense. To my knowledge,
talking about killing cops and killing politicians, that's not a bannable offense. I think it is actually.
I am very.
I hope Susan's watching this, but yeah. For those who don't know, I don't know if all your audience knows, we raised a little over $27,000 for St. Jude's, and I thought that was a good thing. St. Jude's. I'm from Memphis. I was born in Memphis. I actually lived across the bridge in West Memphis, growing up. But St. Jude's was always the charity that I wanted to support. And so that's why I did that. And we raised a ton of money, and they ended up refunding all that money because, we had Mark Collett and AIU debating the Holocaust. Really. That's why. Well, why could you not? Why? Like, why would they not? It's for who cares where the money comes from, honestly.
Well, they care because if it comes out that little Timmy is getting their medical treatment funded by like a Nazi donation, the implication could be that you're in some way.
He's dying. He needs all the money he can get. Who cares where it comes from?
What if BMW donates to St. Jude's?
Donations and endorsements all the time.
Okay, well, I mean, I hope.
By the way,
I hope you don't run a charity stream. We can say terrorist. I mean, it's horseshit. Like, honestly, if you were to raise all that money, and we have some disagreements. Obviously, we're talking about them. But I wouldn't say, "Oh, give that money back," because Vaush, talked about killing cops or whatever.
Right after Charlottesville? Not Charlottesville. Sorry, this was right after Christchurch.
I was in jail during Charlottesville, actually, so I have no association with
right after Christchurch.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Christchurch, but it was the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting. Actually,
yeah. Okay, can you understand how optically they might not want to accept money immediately after that from people
you know what?
from a
They accepted the money.
podcast
That's
that
the
made
thing.
their money through a debate over the Holocaust?
That's fair, but they actually accepted the money, and there was no problem with it until the Wall Street Journal put me on their fucking front page and made me an example, and then all of a sudden it's a problem.
Yeah, that's why they would turn it down. Yeah, because that shit happens. The
Wall Street Journal is.
Why would you refund money that was raised to cure cancer? Basically, I can never defend that.
If only they had kept the money, the breakthrough would have been made. No. I mean, I get it. Like
how much have you raised for cancer?
The intentions were good, but optically speaking,
being yourself
for making that decision.
I'm just saying, it's stupid. It was stupid. PewDiePie, shout out to PewDiePie, by the way. He actually covered this. So shout out to PewDiePie. But
why can't you just not?
I want to ask something, and this is something that we've talked about on the show. You came from the Destiny community, right? I mean, is that unfair to say, or?
Oh no, yeah, totally, 100%.
Okay, so
I learned a lot of rhetoric from him.
But yeah, and we played actually a couple weeks ago. You guys talked or whatever. Do you? I mean, there's some allegations against you about sexual harassment and stuff like that, and we've talked about them on the show. But I really have never had a chance to address it with you personally about the Me Too thing and stuff like that. Did you sexually harass those women in the Destiny community?
There was one person I was friends with back in 2017 or 2018. It was a while ago, before I had like a platform or anything. And I was friends with her, and we would talk very frequently at the time over Discord. We met in Destiny's Discord. And I was definitely, I think, I misread signals from her concerning her degree of interest in me. And I guess I was like pretty like pushy with her because I didn't know if she was like signaling that she like was interested in me but actually wasn't. It was a big cringy mess. Don't defend it, but that I would consider that like pretty harassy. Apart from that, there was no harassment though.
And yeah, I mean, we've covered it. Of course, I think that's where the horse cock thing comes from.
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that one. I stand by that.
But I never really had a chat. I mean, we're sitting here, and I never really asked you about it directly, so I figured that would be my shot. No, I mean, it's a literal thing that happened, and you try to dance around it, but that's actually true. You call me a Nazi, well, you're a sexual harasser, and it's documented and it's on record, and you got kicked out of a community for that.
Ethan, my friend. Listen.
Are you telling me that didn't happen, or am I imagining things, or I don't know. If that's the case, tell me.
Which stem from the respective number of super chats we are capable of getting. Listen, if you want, I offered you $100 to not be a Nazi. If you really want, we can.
Well, I expect payment. I'm gonna hold you to that. So I hope you're gonna actually send that.
That would mean getting rid of the kill stream. That'd mean getting rid of Flamenco and Rand. That'd mean a whole new friend circle. You could make new friends. We could find you a new lady friend.
Is that worth $100?
You're really good at finding lady friends with your sexual harassment. Maybe I should hit you up. I don't know, but I would say my circle of friends are much better than your circle of friends. Let's just put it that way.
You know, the attacks would be a lot more poignant if it wasn't obvious you were compensating for jealousy that I haven't been kicked off YouTube. Dude,
hey, well, I mean, you're a terrorist. By their own logic, you should be kicked off YouTube. I mean, I don't think you should. I don't think personally that you should be, but I think I should be able to broadcast on YouTube too, and I'm not able to, and it's because of fuckers like you. To be quite honest with you,
I will teach you how to talk about political violence without getting banned off YouTube.
Did you sexually harass a woman? Yes or no?
Yeah, I already said that.
Yeah, he said he did.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I just want that on the record.
Thing I said, wait, did you not hear it? You got like earwax buildup? I already said it.
And you're not
to be a whatever.
You're not proud of it, right, Vaush? It's not something you plan on doing again, right?
He seems really remorseful about it. I have to say, he's totally broken up about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to venture to new topics, Ralph. We already did this one.
I saw your debates with Sargon. You're a faggot, to be quite honest with you.
very Nazi-like.
Yeah,
Ralph.
use the word. I don't give a fuck.
You can't
Yeah,
call
I mean, you hate
anybody a
black
fat kid
people,
on this show.
you hate black people and you literally abuse women. I don't give a fuck what you think, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, so anyway, that's my point there.
Yeah.
You'll notice, by the way, it should be noted, I haven't actually levied an insult against him the entire time, apart from
Unless
saying,
you count,
know, trigger.
yeah, unless you count a
Besides calling
Nazi.
me a Nazi.
I only, I'm
Still,
not moral assessment. Wait, do you think it's a bad thing to be a Nazi?
Yes, it is, right? That's what you've said the whole time. Are we wrong, Ethan? You said you don't want to be a Nazi?
Yeah.
Nazi.
Is it bad? Wait.
Subscribe
Do
to
you
that
think
political ideology, if that's what you're asking, yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't subscribe to that political
I'm not
ideology.
asking if you subscribe to it, Ethan. I'm asking if you think it's wrong to be a Nazi.
Could
you clarify?
I think it's not that smart to be a Nazi because there is no Nazi movement.
It's immoral to be a Nazi.
Listen, I'm not going to answer that because you advocate killing politicians on your channel. You know what? You have no moral standing to talk shit about me or my audience whatsoever. You advocating killing police, you advocating killing politicians. You have nothing, and you're a brainlet, to be quite honest with you.
You can keep going if you want.
You try to molest women. You have no moral standing to talk about me, to talk about anybody in my chat. You're a piece of shit who wants to suck a horse cock. That's you. And so I don't really care what the fuck you think.
So that's what we call a pivot. Dude, it's okay. I get it. You're not a Nazi. You just have Nazi friends and Nazi audience, and you're not willing to announce that you think it's wrong to be a Nazi. It's okay, my dude. Don't worry.
Is it wrong to kill politicians? Is it wrong to be a communist? Is it wrong to try to bring down the United States government? You know what? Fuck off. I'm not going to disavow anybody. You can suck my dick. That would be what I said. Yeah.
To keep jumping something else. He has to.
Why would I disavow anything when you disavow nothing, including getting fucked by a horse? So you know what? I'll say whatever the fuck I want, and I'm not really concerned about the Vaushes of the world, co-signing my projects. To be
never
quite
said
honest.
you. About my opinion, I'm just asking you for your opinion. You went to a bitch to supply it, but that's okay. Don't worry. Hey, if it hurts, I know. You're not
the stream. They will see who the bitch is, and it will be you. So it's fine.
Donation.
I don't
get it.
You can say whatever you want, but you're the bitch. So
I think.
Holy shit! Haven't gotten hit that hard since middle school. It's okay. If I was in your financial position as well.
I understand. Say all your jokes. But you're getting wrecked because you're a degenerate piece of shit. And
speaking of bitches, we have some more donos here from our fans.
You're the bitch. I like that. That's quotable.
Bad fucking degenerate. Dude, just own it, my man. You'll feel so much freer if you do. It's not like you can get banned off DLive for being a Nazi. Just own it.
I'm not a Nazi, though. That's the thing. Yeah. But you do like to sexually harass women and
I didn't need to
horse cock up your ass. So, these are documented facts that you don't even deny that you admitted to. So, you can make all the jokes you want, snarky, all this and that, but you're a scumbag, to be quite honest with you.
If I was debating Nick Fuentes, he would also be like, I'm not gay.
Fuentes would absolutely destroy you. So I really would hope that you
sign the same in both cases. Just own it, my friend. You had super chats? Or do we want to keep going?
You got to change the subject. Yeah, you got to get off that.
You want to? I was hoping to get through these.
Please help me. Please,
listen,
please,
Ethan.
Yeah, we got it. Go ahead. You know what? Read the super chat. You're right. Read the super chat. Right.
All right.
If we could just stop fucking fighting, so I can get more money in here.
Right.
That's the bottom line. I am the grifter. I am the grifter.
I will admit. My penis is smaller than that of a horse's. I can stand behind that. It's true. Horses, my penis is small. My penis is small. My penis is small.
Right. Is that right? You're a Beverly Hills champagne socialist and you're sitting here talking to me like you're any type of part of the struggle. Motherfucker, I'm from the poorest fucking part of this country and you're sitting here talking about socialism and class issues. You're a fake, you're a phony, and that is what it is.
classist? Are you saying that people's the neighborhoods they're born into discludes them from being able to participate in political
You're a
discourse?
phony. Your parents pay for everything that you're doing right now, and you're a liar. I don't know how else to put it, but you're projecting something that's not the case, and so you can call that what you want it, but you're a liar. So that's what I would.
This isn't to dig at you, but I did recently, I put out a video on this. I had a talk with my chat. Again, I know I mentioned this earlier, but truly, genuinely, like brain dead conservatives, in lieu of making any arguments, they just accuse people of being hypocrites. Every single time I bring up a subject that has anything to do with you, you will jump to one of three canned, brainless responses that
How's
you have.
that brainless? No, seriously. You literally admitted to advocating political violence. You have sexually harassed women, which you admitted to, and you love horsecock. You admitted to all those. How is that brainless? I mean, I think those are some things that people would like to know.
So just so it doesn't feel like I'm arguing with everyone knows all of that.
I don't think they do. I don't think they do, really. I hope they do after the show, but I really don't think they do.
Wait, are you trying to expose me? Are you fucking kidding? Do you have any idea how often all of this comes up? Do you think you've got like the fucking golden key to blow my fucking career open? Holy shit, dude.
Are you mad?
I'm about to cancel Vaush.
Are you mad? Are you getting upset? That's what you told me a few minutes ago. Are you getting triggered? Are you upset? Is that what's happening right now, or what? I don't know. I'm just a talk show host, so I'm not able to conceptualize this. But are you angry, or what's happening right now?
Didn't respond to what I said. I could be arguing with the soundboard.
You seem upset. That's all I'm saying. You seem upset.
So one more time, just out of curiosity, because I don't know why you wouldn't feel comfortable answering this unless you are a coward or a liar. So just asking. Do you think it's wrong to be a Nazi? This is a yes, no. Everyone should be able to answer this unless you have some sort of conflict of interest.
I don't support Nazi ideology, and so I have defaultly made the decision that it's
Both
wrong.
are insufferable. Also, chicken nuggets are tasty.
Want me to say.
I do.
By the way, I don't know what you think you're catching me in, but any Nazi who watch my show is still gonna watch my show. I'm not saying that. I'm not a Nazi. Like I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
I do want to speak to the Nazis.
Still watch my show though. It doesn't matter. Like I really don't know what you think you're catching me in right here. Yes. The people who watch my show who are more extreme than I am by far, dude, they know that. They know that already. Like I mean, what are you trying to catch me in? Like I really don't know.
Can't even answer yes, no. Do you think it's wrong to be a Nazi? I see people in you a cuck. It's not just me. In all the Nazi memes that people see, Ralph, don't answer this. Don't answer.
You want to horse cock up your ass and you suck dick. I mean, what else can you say? I don't know.
Ralph,
and you sexually harass women and you advocate political violence. I think the score is on my side, to be quite honest with you.
Mel can't even answer a simple question. He's scared. He's running away from his own.
I literally just said, yeah. Oh. Okay. What do you want me like?
You think it's wrong to be a Nazi?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Interesting.
That's fine. Do you think that's gonna like trip me up or cost me some money? I've said that before on my show. If you ever watched it, maybe you would know that. But of course, you are a Kill Stream guest, and you love the Kill Stream, and you've been on there, and you've lended your credibility to the Kill Stream, so I appreciate that. I really don't know what you're trying to catch me up in, to be honest with you.
It's not a catch. I'm asking you a question.
And I answered it.
Yes. So here's a follow-up. So you think it's wrong to be a Nazi? It's immoral. That's what you just said, correct?
Are
you kidding me?
It doesn't coincide with his.
I mean, it's immoral to take a horse cock up your ass. It's immoral.
I'd rather.
You can't tell me shit about morality, you fucking degenerate. Period.
Actually,
you can't tell me a goddamn thing about morality ever. I don't accept your position. No, you're a fucking scumbag. You're a degenerate and you're a dishonest actor. And you can't tell me shit about what's moral and what's not.
My $300 a month in Nazi support might be threatened if I stand by any position. Better go back to the same soundboard that I've been using this whole talk.
How do you have any standing to talk to me about morality? Seriously,
you're a good moderator.
No, answer this. How do you have standing to talk to me about morality?
that's rhetorical. It doesn't actually. What do you have a specific question?
Are you scared? Are you pussy? Oh, you don't want to answer the question. Why don't you fucking answer it then?
By what means do I not have grounding?
What grounds do you have to lecture me on morality?
I ask you a yes or question. You're so fucking defensive, bro. Wait. Hold on, Ralph. You're a good host. Ralph,
Ian,
you're a good host.
answer the question, Ian.
You're
What
good
standing do you have to lecture me on morality? You don't have that.
You're very good at staying quiet while other people do the talking. Next time, send Flamenco a rant. They're not. I don't know if they're smarter than
roasted on this show. You've been completely destroyed, and I know people didn't expect that, but maybe they underestimated me. But you got fucking owned, and so you can sit here and deny it and try to spin it for your audience, but you've gotten completely owned this entire fucking show. And even the hosts are laughing at your horsecock fetish. You're a joke.
I'm only laughing because I kind of.
You know what? Yeah, no.
I think it's hilarious.
Horsecock up his ass. I mean, that is hilarious. I mean, I have to admit.
I'm just laughing because I'm glad Onision didn't have a horse.
No, I think he said he wanted to have the horse cock.
Hosting, I'm just laughing. Yeah, okay. I'm a host myself, and I understand how it goes.
Anything I've said this entire time, I don't think he actually listens when he's talking to people. Very, very uncivil behavior, I have to say. Tantamount to political violence. Do we? Really quickly, quick,
the man who advocates for killing politicians talking that I'm uncivil. Okay, all right, that's a neat trick.
I'm wrapping it up. So unless there's a specific,
Ralph really lost me when he resorted to right-wing prudish pearl clutching. I dislike Vaush, but what does his sexual proclivities have to do with anything?
Oh damn!
It's not even a good sexual proclivity because Vaush was just saying he wishes he had a horse's dick, right?
Like a dick the size of a horse dick.
Because that's never going to actually happen.
Back off, Ethan. He needs every advantage he can get. Don't take away.
No, that's not true. He's doing good.
Like you sounded like you were getting ready to quit the stream.
No, I'm getting ready to quit this. You literally refusing to answer questions.
Are you mad? Like you seem angry right now. Are you gonna sign off or what's happening? I'm just a friendly talk show host, so I don't know.
Have like a question from Super Chat we could discuss. Or
are you mad?
Yes. Let's do that. Let's do that.
So you think it's cool to just say, "Oh, this is a Nazi show. This is a Nazi guy," and then when I bring up your sexual harassment, when I bring up your horsecock fetish, when I bring up, your political violence avocation, that's beyond the pale. I'm being a mean guy. I'm being a mean guy when I bring up shit that you talked about on the record. You can't point to one statement that no, shut up. You can't point to one statement. Shut the fuck up. You can't point to one statement I've ever said that paints me as a Nazi. And if you can, point it.
You're crying about
point it out. Tell me one fucking statement. Shut the fuck up, you faggot man bun piece of shit.
Okay.
Tell
one
statement that you can point to where I'm a Nazi.
Tell me, Ethan, Ralph. How you doing over there? Are you okay?
Tell me one statement you can point to for me being a Nazi.
Worked up, my friend. Are you doing all right? So, as I was saying, I mean, through that bevel of unsubstantiated, highly uncivil accusations, I don't understand why you're so snowflakey about it. I love discussing ideas.
One statement or one piece of evidence you have to paint me as a Nazi. I have all the evidence. You admitted to sexually harassing women on this stream. You admitted to being a horsecock fetishist on this stream. You admitted to advocating political violence on this stream. Tell me one piece of evidence that paints me as a Nazi.
Are you all right?
Shut the
fuck up. Written down on your hand?
Tell me one piece of evidence that paints me as a Nazi. You don't have it because it doesn't exist.
A degenerate faggot
Tell us.
I think
you are a degenerate faggot, but
that's also funny, Ralph. That's also something.
It's not Nazi to call you a degenerate faggot. I mean,
a Nazi might say that, but so would a classless person. It might be someone who is a little tasteless might say that too, right?
I'm not calling Ralph anything like degenerate faggot. I've argued with Nazis before. I've actually had amicable conversations.
I feel like
to me, asking if a person's a Nazi is just an essential step in understanding the way in which they approach political discourse. I can't have conversations about politics with people who are too much cowards to own up to their positions, which is why it took him 20 minutes to answer whether or not he even thought being a Nazi was wrong. And then when I asked him to clarify, he backed off the initial statement.
Run away. That's what a degenerate faggot would do. So,
And
tell
he
me
seems-
now what I didn't answer.
Okay.
And he seems more interested in.
No, tell
performative-
me now what I didn't answer.
Ralph. We'll get to you in a sec.
No,
I'm
fuck
talking-
off. Shut up and tell me what I didn't
Well,
answer. You're making all these accusations.
Let's let him say it.
That's
What
fair.
do you want to
That's
say?
fair.
So when you have a conversation where he's calling me, like, for example, a degenerate, which is like far right terminology, where his audience is posting Nazi gifs, literally just gifs of Nazis or of Jews rubbing their hands together, egging him on, where says that he's a white nationalist, where he's unwilling for 20 minutes to say that
Never
he
said that.
disagrees with Nazis, and then when I say, so you think it's wrong to be a Nazi, again, to clarify, he backs off of that. This is a degree of signaling, which is to me, just looking, sort of at probabilistically, more likely to indicate that this person is a Nazi or an avid Nazi enabler than that he's just some like idiot.
Can I get in?
It's
yes,
responsible for promoting Nazi ideology.
So, I will say this: you literally have nothing else besides trying to smear me as a Nazi. That's literally your whole argument for this entire show. That is your point. And I pointed out multiple reasons why you shouldn't be trusted. You're a fucking champagne socialist from Beverly fucking Hills. You're a fucking admitted sexual harasser.
Ralph, I said something
You're
new.
an admitted degenerate that lusts after horse cock.
I said
and you have nothing against me except bullshit. And so everything I've brought up, you've actually admitted that I'm right. And that what I said was actually true. And you have nothing against me. And it makes me laugh, to be quite honest with you.
You haven't laughed like once this entire discussion.
Ralph, is there any animal kingdoms
wow,
in
you got
Italia?
me. I'll laugh after when I watch the replay of you being a fucking dumb bitch.
Because I've been laughing pretty consistently. Just as
is
someone
that
who's very
right?
concerned
Well, I
with the
mean,
person in the room.
It's like laughing when you're watching a boxing match and somebody hits them with a mean right hook or a left hook, and they're laughing, but it's not really a laugh. You got
the
wrecked.
meme where
It's
the
not
Wojak
really
has
a laugh. You got wrecked.
where the
You got
Wojak
wrecked.
is crying, but he has the smug mask on.
Vaush, you got wrecked. Vaush,
You're
you
not.
got wrecked.
You're not on
Vaush, you
cam.
got
Can we replace your
Dude.
picture with that?
You got wrecked, dude. And it's so funny to me. Like, honestly, I saw Sargon beat your ass, and I said, you know what? Obviously, I can do it. I mean, he's a fucking complete dumbass. We
haven't debated it.
Are lower than Sargon of Akkad. I don't know if you've fully conceptualized that and accepted that, but you are. Governance.
Would you even understand what I have to say?
Nigger. Excuse me.
I don't even know who the fuck you are, you black ass spook. Fuck your fucking clout chasing ass is. Spook. Black ass, beady eyed, nappy headed ass, crunchy black ass from 3-6 Mafia, offspring ass nigga. And I'll ban you for life.
Damn!
You know what? That's what
Not
you
mad.
I don't give a fuck.
You said neighbor.
Neighbor, exactly. So if you have a consistent governance, like, it's not gonna work.
Please won't you be my neighbor? I just want. I don't think there is a government that's going to work, right? That's why we need capitalism.
I'm gonna get corona from the laugh. I'm sorry. I'm an anarchist. Yeah, a stateless society, government, syndicalism, big unions.
Yeah, that completely works. That's a joke. That's a joke philosophy, to be honest with you.
Got it.
The whole anarchist. That's a joke, to be quite honest with you.
Damn, that's a pretty strong counter argument.
Okay. Well, tell me why it's not.
Anarchist, you have to burn the system down, right?
Works of fucking Bakunin. Do you want to talk about mutualism? What? Are you really equipped for this discussion? Just tell me why
I'm
it's
more
bad.
equipped than you are, to be quite honest with you. You're
say-
some fake who sits there on the internet and thinks they know about political theory. Guess what? I actually have a degree in that. I actually studied that, and you're offensive to me on a personal level because you're a fraud. That's why. You talk about Kant, you talk about, Descartes and all this shit. You don't know shit about that. You're a fucking fake. And so tell me how a stateless society would work.
You probably wouldn't need Killstream money if you could just get a refund for that degree you're not using.
Yeah, well, you know what? You wouldn't need Killstream money if you refused your parents' money, and you're a fake. Like, look, you know what? You can say whatever you want. You're a phony. You're talking about, I'm part of the struggle. You're not part of shit. You're a fucking Beverly Hills.
I never said I'm part of the struggle.
Up the ass fucker. That's who you are. And that's the reality of it. Like, that's who you are.
So
you sit here and talk about the struggle. You talk about all this and low IQ voters. You don't know shit about it. Period.
So I haven't even tried to have a debate with you or challenge you on anything. I just asked you. Wait. Just so you know, I asked you simple questions and you fell apart. Your gotchas are things that have been public knowledge in my community for as long as they happen.
You're a fraud, dude. Is that why you said on your fucking restream that debating Ethan Ralph? Fuck off.
Wait, are you drunk?
You came out here, you threw all these things out, and now you're backing off them, and I don't really understand why, to be quite honest with you.
Wait, are you drunk?
No.
I'm good at lying.
Are you sure?
Yes.
That's 100% a lie.
Okay, because I'll give you a lot more credence for this embarrassment if you're actually drunk. I thought for a second I caught a slur.
On this whole show, I mean, I know you're trying to throw that out there, but
no. I thought for a second I heard a slur. I'm pretty sure you're drunk, but okay. I mean, I don't
I'm pretty sure you're a faggot. So I mean,
he's coming back.
Not a sweet boy thing to say.
How did you manage to get that police degree?
You're grabbing your man bun while you're sucking the cock. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're a piece of shit.
Actually like a Skyrim NPC log. Dude, how'd you get your poli-sci degree when you're still in high school? You are like, this is fucking embarrassing, dude. You realize your job is in media, right?
You're an admitted sexual harasser. You're an admitted fucking terrorist.
It's the same. I should have a counter. I need a button.
It's the same.
It's
I need
the same.
A button, like,
it's the
every
same
time.
all around, though, right? We're in like a circular. We haven't gone anywhere.
No, I don't care about any of this. I wanted the super chats because he's just going to keep repeating the same things over.
Yeah. Okay. Super chat.
I just
want to say this.
I just want everybody to.
I accused him of, and now he's sitting here next Hug, and he's an actual predator. And so, take it for what it's worth.
The only person I've ever raped is Ethan Ralph at a conversation.
That's never happened. But you probably did rape women, to be quite honest with you, with your record.
Whoa, unsubstantiated accusation, Andy over here.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had some rapes on your record, Vaush, to be quite honest.
I think we all probably got some bodies on our record.
His record.
I don't have these accusations floating around me, but mysteriously, they're floating around you. So, you can take that for what it's worth. Whatever.
Brachiomorager.
If I owned up to it and talked about it a year ago, then it's just a thing that happens.
Oh, yeah. I just,
just somebody that I used to grow.
You had an awkward moment.
I just, harassed women years ago. No big deal. Fuck off.
Also, Ralph, what are your thoughts on Flamenco trying to dox Vaush?
I don't know anything about that. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Vaush is a public figure, and if he did get doxxed, that's just what happens. I've been doxxed.
Please stop doxing, guys. Everybody.
His own co-host, Ethan Ralph, the pro-doxing figure.
No, I'm just being honest. You put yourself in this sphere. Of course, people are going to try to find out who you are. Like, that is what it is. I've been doxxed. I've had people spray paint my car. I've had people, visit my house, and I really don't have any sympathy.
Hey, so is this all okay?
I don't have any. No, it's not. But you put yourself in the public arena, and when you do that, people are going to fuck with you.
I have one quick point of curiosity.
Yes.
This was the first time that I went on the kill stream, Ralph. It was a long time ago. And I remember when I got on, or God, did Destiny do this? And I'm just transposing memories, but I think this was me. When I got on, you got upset with me because there was someone on Twitch who had like accused you guys of some shitty behavior, and you seemed like upset with me, like, hey, like, these people are on your mod team, you need to call them out or something. So I'm very clear.
So I disavow any
actions like that. Let me finish. It's been a long time ago.
Go ahead.
So
go ahead, finish.
seemed upset that I was willing to associate with people who would, I think they like accused you guys of being doxers or something like that. I don't really remember the details. You were going to accuse me of that and say that I was culpable in some way for being associated with people like that, not calling it out. But you're okay with having a co-host who actively participates in the doxing of other people.
First off, I don't know that that's the case. If I knew that that was the case, if there's some evidence presented to me, maybe I would make a different choice. I mean, this is just accusations being thrown out there.
If that's the case, would you disavow it and say that's shitty behavior?
I don't.
Doxing is shitty behavior.
I disavow doxing people. Yeah.
So if it was, then you would say that was shitty for me.
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do it again.
But what I would say also is that you put yourself in the public sphere and you are making a spectacle of yourself, which I am as well, to be quite honest. It is what it is. Like if you sign up to that level of public exposure, I mean, that's going to happen, right? People want to know who you are. People want to know your background. That's normal. Do I support, addresses and social security numbers and stuff like that being thrown out? No, I don't. But you signed up for this, Vaush. You're getting super chats off this fucking stream right now. You put yourself in that spot, and of course people are going to want to know who the fuck you are. Like that's
Nobody was talking about this. This is the language of a weasel, because the question was, do you think this is right? And then he goes,
I said no.
And then you said no. And then there was a but. And then you spent 2 minutes talking about
but. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. And you cannot even compare the things that I've been through in real life because of my internet career. And so for you to sit here and say that, it's complete fucking horseshit. Like it's just
what did I say that upset you? Do you remember?
Just garbage. It's just
what did
garbage.
I say? Specifically, what did I say?
It's just garbage. I'm not gonna say.
Dude, you're shit-faced. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What did I say that upset you?
I mean, you
Are you fucking kidding me? Ethan Ralph, alcoholic? You can't even keep your shit together for a fucking
We all should be drunk right now.
Did it take that long to get on the alcoholic talking point? Is that really what took you that long? Or like, I fear for your chat. I fear for your chat that it took them that long to go to the alcoholic talking point. You want to know the truth? Alcoholic, whatever. I'm beating your ass right now, live on stream, and it's
now I feel bad.
Be an alcoholic, I could be a meth addict, and I'm still roasting you live on air. So
I could be blazing horse dick
really
all
matters,
day.
To be honest.
I can't. I mean, now I feel bad. Like I wouldn't have agreed to talk with somebody.
Well, I saw the bitch you're fucking, and I feel bad for you.
I think that's
you
not
just
fair.
got divorced from your wife, you fucking loser. I would not be taking this
Well,
up
guess what? I got plenty other bitches on the line. I saw your fat cow. I saw your fat cow. Don't try to fuck with me.
We love big girls.
I saw your fat bitch. We need to get that fat bitch here on the Drunken Peasants. Maybe we can have a real gunt off. Fucking nasty whore.
I got a big belly.
friend.
I'll bump bellies. I'll bump some bellies.
Let me talk. I would be aiming lower.
Yeah. I bet you aim a lot lower with that nasty gut hanging over. Anyway.
Speaking of nasty. Evil Dead Ed El Jefe says Vaush bends over for hours for the horse D while licking. Chainsaw Chimera says
he's drunk. I don't know. This is
yeah, he's drunk. Actually, you're a faggot. So you know what? I don't. He's drunk. Oh my god. Oh, he's drunk. No, it's not. I'm drunk. It's I've exposed you on this stream, and you're mad about it, and I understand why you're mad about it. And you know what? that wasn't my plan going into the show. I said, you know what? If Vaush is generous to me, if he's kind to me, I'll treat him like I treat any other guest on the kill stream, dlive.tv/the
Yeah.
But, you came out calling me a Nazi. You're a fucking sexual harasser, a fucking terrorist. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck about you. And so I'm not going to sit here and act like I do. Like, fuck off.
Nobody said you had to care. Wait, really quickly, though, if you don't care about me or anything that I have to say, why come on? Like, we wouldn't even talk.
Well, you know what? You know why I came on? You know what? Fuck off. I'll tell you. Because actually, the show was just supposed to be me. Like, that was the original show. And Ben, whatever.
Yeah.
He messaged me and he said, "Oh, do you mind if we bring Vaush on?" And I said, "No, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me." I was the main attraction, not you. That was the whole point of the show.
Here you're cutting a promo.
That's true though. That's true though, right? Like, I'm not lying. Tell the truth. I'm not lying.
You definitely signed on to be on the show before we ever talked about anybody else being on, right? Like that. So
but
you're
that's
not
true,
wrong there.
right?
You're right.
I'm not lying.
You're right.
Yeah,
there.
I'm not lying.
You would have signed on first.
And he said, "Do you mind if Vaush is on?" I said, "No, you know what? Bring him on, whatever." Okay. But I'm the main attraction, not you, Vaush. I know that hurts your feelings, but that's the truth.
It's just a very strange way of looking at the legitimacy of arguments. But you do you, my friend.
I mean, unlike you, I just have to snap my fingers and pussy is at my command. I know that that's a foreign concept to you because you're fucking that fat cow. But it's not really a problem for me.
Listen, I like big titties too. Okay, I like big dick and big titties. All right.
She looks like she's gonna have a heart attack. If you want to know the truth.
Hell!
That's your choice. That's your choice. I don't judge.
No faster than you or I am, friend. We're both pretty fat ourselves.
That's true, but we're men. Who gives a fuck?
People love fat men.
But I like men too.
A fat bitch is different from a fat dude.
Would you put up with a fat dude as much as
this.
you'd put up with a fat woman? Are you more lenient to? This is for Vaush. Are you more lenient to? Do you want a big, thick, muscle dude? Like, would you be as lenient to a dude as you would to a woman? Would you take a guy that was chunky?
I like Twinkie skinny dudes personally.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not gonna go hard on the embittered sexism of a drunken fucking alcoholic divorcee. All right, I'll leave Ralph to his healing space and not go too hard on him for his clear bitterness against people who are currently actually capable of finding fulfilling relationships.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that outreach, Vaush.
Totally honest.
What I also appreciate is looking at the fat cow that you fuck every night, and it makes me want to throw up. So,
hell!
I don't partake in those type of activities. You do, and that's fine.
I would say the majority of sex that Vaush has would make you want to throw up, though. Like you've been staunchly against most of his proclivities so far, so it shouldn't just be held against him being with a chunky girl, which I think is a guy that can be with a big girl. It says a lot about that guy because there's a lot of dudes out there that just physically can't do it.
Does it? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I got handled a lot of titties.
It does say a lot about that guy. Yeah, I will agree with you. It says a lot about that guy, for certain. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, listen, we'll keep the countdown timers and all of our heart attacks. We'll see. I guess it's a race to the bottom. We're all probably got a little extra pounds in us. The alcohol is not helping you though. I'm straight X. I'm straight edge. I don't know.
Of course, you're straight edge. You're on Adderall right now. Fuck off.
Straight to the edge, curved to the bed.
I came on this show because basically I trolled the Drunken Peasants for like a year.
Epically trolled us.
Yeah, fuck off. You're not a part of this.
Wait, where's your ex-wife?
Eat shit and die. Vaush, eat shit and die. You're
troll?
You're fucking a fat cow. Nobody cares what you're saying.
Was that your troll? You thought you were gonna...
I'm saying, no, shut up. Just
is she at somebody else's house?
She didn't answer.
That nasty bitch as you call your girlfriend, whatever.
Oh, he said he could bring her.
She's in a different time zone. She's on a plane. Yeah. We don't know. We don't care. Yeah. It really doesn't matter at this point.
Nasty ass bitch. So you want to talk shit? Yeah. You know what? I'll make your fucking bitch famous if that's what you want. If that's what you want, I'll I will do that. I will make this bitch famous. Is that what you want, Vaush? You fucking cocksucking Beverly Hills champagne socialist? Is that what you want? For me to make your nasty ass fucking bitch famous? Because I will. And I will, and I will laugh about it. And so you're talking all this shit. And so, you know what? Talk that shit.
We don't want that.
You're threatening to dox my girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
No.
I would I would put her name out. I don't give a fuck about you or anybody else listening to this stream. Yeah, go there. Go there. Fuck with my ex-wife. And you'll see what happens.
I think we should leave everybody's girlfriends out of this.
Do it. It doesn't bother me.
It's not fair to me.
I'm joking. I think you are a coward, Ethan. You alcoholic failure of a man.
Fuck off. Eat shit and die, fucker.
Said you'd bring
I don't give a fuck about. Doctor. Yeah, I will. So what are you gonna do about it, fucker?
I mean, it's funny because like for
what are you gonna do about it? Communist, political violence. I want to shoot cops. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. That's what you'll do about it. Nothing. And I will put her name out for the world to see, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Is this?
It's reality. So you can sit here and you can laugh, you can talk all this shit. Yeah, I will dox that fat bitch. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about the stream. Don't. So if you think you're gonna catch me on something, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Period. So you can write that up to your progressive overlords or you know.
All right, yeah, we can't have doxing.
I mean, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna end this now. We're
ending this stream.
We're gonna end the stream. I want to thank you both for coming on tonight. I wish we would have had you guys separately though, because I feel like it would have been more fun to just talk. I don't think we needed to have a debate tonight like this.
Yeah, it was really messed up.
I want everybody to go to sleep tonight happy. No sad stuff. No anger. Cause I swear to God, I'm so jealous that I don't have a beautiful woman to dox.
Are you drunk?
No.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct,